don't. Well, kids, I got out my old jazz box tonight. This is I don't know what year this is officially. I ordered it in the summer of 1978 and it arrived in April of 79. So is it a 79? Let's call it a 1979. It's a Gibson ES 175D double pickup. It's the only I've owned this guitar consecutively since 1979, so it's about 45 years old in my possession. I've worn off the frets. This is a second set of frets. I've worn some of the finish off the back of the neck. Can you see that? Did all that with my own hand. I don't play jazz much anymore. I've been trying for about the last half hour, and it's been pretty scary. What I'm finding is the connection between the ear and the hands has to be just like immediate, and because I haven't done it in a long time, mine's a little slow. I'm a little slow on the uptake, so my ideas don't come right to me. And what I find is if that's kind of the way it is, then you end up just kind of playing what your fingers remember, and that's not really making music. There's millions of guitar players in the world that can do that, and I don't want you to have to listen to that. I don't want to listen to that. I want to hear what's in my head and what my ears can sing, if you will, and then play that on the guitar. And I was just having no success doing that tonight. I was gonna do this little video where I played some jazz for you, but I ain't gonna do that because it ain't happening. And if it's not happening, I'm not gonna put you through it. But of course, it's 2024 and it's all social media content driven. Hello. Where the hell did that come from? So here's some content. I'm not saying it's any good, but it's some content. Yeah. January 25th, 2024. It's my father's birthday. He would have been 98, I just realized earlier today. That's a long freaking time ago. I remember him always admonishing me when I was sitting around noodling like I'm doing right now. Play something pretty, Dave. Play something pretty. And I knew what he meant. He wanted me to play one of his old tunes, but he liked Bye Bye Blue. Bye Bye Blue. Don't cry, don't sigh, no more crying, no more sighing. I'm not sure if I'm getting the words right. Don't know the second part at all. Da-dee-da. Stuff like that. 5'2", eyes are blue. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-doo. Has anybody seen my gown? That was my dad's speed. So he wanted, or maybe, maybe I could get away with playing. It's been forever since I played that. Stardust, Hoagie Carmichael. So, play something pretty, Dave. And I do have fond memories of when I was a student at the Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. I would come home from the summers because my parents, they didn't really want me to be out in Boston at all. So, breaks, summer, I had to come back to Central Illinois in the early 80s when unemployment was like 20%. So it was fun. Just stay up all night watching Jim and Tammy on the TV, and Johnny Carson and David Letterman staying up till 2 a.m. sleeping all day, playing guitar. Wasn't a whole lot to do. But my dad would play in this little group, the Drex Everly Trio, for those of you in the Peoria area who might remember, at the downtown YWCA. They would have dances on Saturday nights about once a month. And the Drex Everly Trio plus one would play there, and they would play all those old tunes. And I didn't have anything to do, so I would go along, and I would just sit in. And man, what an education. I believe Mr. Everly called his music Sears and Roebuck music. So all that bebop and all that jazz stuff that I was learning out there at Berkeley didn't really fit. But what I discovered was if when it was my turn to solo, I would just have listened to what my father was singing, and then when it was my turn, I just played what he was singing. I just played the melody. And I didn't know these tunes, but they're simple enough if you listen. And so it taught me to listen and then play something that made sense. Like I'll never forget, when I was playing my bebop licks, the people out on the dance floor just basically sort of stopped dancing. They just sort of look at the bandstand like, what in the hell is going on up there? But when I would play the melody or something, I'd kind of play around the melody a little bit, they would dance and they would be happy and everything would be fine. But then when I started playing, blah, 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 then nobody, you can't dance to that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. And that's why I don't play jazz anymore. Nobody wants to hear that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, all my friends and all my colleagues over the years who still are trying to keep the faith. I admire you. I do. I couldn't make it anymore. So I don't play jazz anymore. I was trying this evening, and I was going to put something online, and it sucked. And I'm not going to put it online. There you go. There's some honesty for you. If it's no good, I'm not going to put it up just to be putting it up, just so that my social media gurus will get off my back, because I haven't put up any content this week. I was traveling. My wife and I were taking a little trip to see some of her family, had a great time, enjoying life, and then got back and got busy with all the promotional stuff for the upcoming record and the next single, which will be out like the beginning of March, end of February. And there's just a lot to do. It doesn't involve me playing the guitar or singing or writing songs or making records or any of that stuff. It's all done for this next wave of music. Now it's, I have to hire people and have them do things, and then me just look at it and go, yes, no, maybe, more like this, less like that, blah, 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 blah. So, there's a lot of decisions for me to make, but there's not a lot for me to do. So anyway, that's what's going on. You've heard a few jazz chords. That's all you're going to hear, because these little fingers just really, like I said, they're not very well connected to my ear. Not as quickly and as adroitly as you need to be for playing jazz. For playing my singer-songwriter stuff, no problem. But the jazz eighth notes at quarter note equals, 252. No, not today. I need to mess around with it a little more before I post something for you. So this is me just farting around with a guitar and making excuses. Don't take it seriously, folks. Don't take me seriously. Music, yes, I take music horribly seriously, but I do not take myself seriously. It's one of the reasons I failed as a guitar hero, because I didn't really care enough to be a guitar hero, or to think, or to hope that people thought I was a guitar hero or whatever. I just really, my heart wasn't into it. But my heart is into the tunes that I write now, the music that I write, the lyrics that I write, the songs that I sing. It's coming from the heart, and that's what I'm all about these days, is my heart to your heart, the listener. And I hope it translates. I think it does. But yeah, I was going to play 4 or 5 choruses of maybe Out on Autumn Leaves, and then I thought, no, let's get even hipper. We'll do, what the heck's the name of that song? I Hear a Rhapsody. There's a hip one for you. Yeah, all the jazzers know that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, I have a gig disaster story to tell about that someday. The person who dressed me down in front of a live audience, is still alive and still out there. So I'll let him continue to be anonymous for another day anyway, but someday I'll tell that story publicly. Cocaine is just a horrible drug. Let's just say that. All right. So there you go. That's all I've got to say. Another day, another 0.2 of a cent here on Social Media World with Dave Singley. This is where Dave is. Do you remember how to play Where's Dave Today? I don't. It's been so long since I've been anywhere. I don't remember how to play Dave. Where's Dave Today? See, I don't even remember how to say it. But Dave is, I've been working today actually on some travel plans for, I've got about a 3-week trip in March, tail end of February and first 3 weeks in March, down way south, southeast, places like Alabama and Georgia and North Carolina and mostly Florida. That's out of tune. Anyway, so I've been busy doing that, making arrangements and, last minute stuff. And it's a glamorous life. It's just a glamorous life being a musical artist in the 21st century. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be singer-songwriters. Because why would you? Why would you? All right, that's enough for me. I have literally nothing to say, and I'm taking 12 minutes to let you know that I have nothing to say. But then again, this fits right into to YouTube land, doesn't it? Really? Doesn't it? Never mind me. I'll see you next time.